What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Off the Couch Boxing. I'm your host, Reckless Rex Ruger. Watching my back, as always, you know him, you love him, El Flaco Explosivo, a.k.a. the Alexis Arguello Puppet. We're back with another banger of an episode, but then again, every episode is a banger. You know this, I know this, the world is slowly starting to know this. Legends, luminaries, world champions, and fighters on the rise, all coming here to chop it up with your boy, Reckless Rex. And today is no different. Got a great guest. He will be in here in one moment. Before we get to that, let me put on the promotional cap. Let me give you the 411 on how to stay tapped in with Off the Couch Boxing. First, follow and like us on Facebook. Stay tapped in with newly released episodes, when they drop, who's on them, and any other pertinent information that I share with you. My guest is here, so let's get him in here and chop it up, and we'll get back to promotional mode later. We'll get my man in here. There he is.
I'm back.
Yeah.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good, man. Good.
Man. Sorry about that, man. Sorry about the.
No worries, man.
I had to pick my car up, my other car, so it was just written and running.
No,
so I'm sitting here.
No worries, man. Hey, listen, man.
Car dealer spot in Pennsylvania, Grace Auto.
Shouting them out. That's what you got to do, man.
I'm getting some props. Grace Auto, the best auto spot in the state of Pennsylvania.
Yeah. And so let me chop it up, man. So first of all, man, there's some topical. Are you a big fan of the sport? Do you still watch a lot of boxing?
Of course.
Yeah.
I watch boxing like I'm a little kid. Yeah, of course.
And so let me ask you about some of the topical shit going on right now. First of all, a couple weeks ago, hot topic, man, the Tank Davis Lamont Roach fight. Where did you stand on that fight?
Hey man, I wish I could train Tank. I wish I could work with Tank. I wish I can. I wish I was in that camp.
Yeah.
I wish I could train him, man. But Tank will win the next fight. He just Tank. Me personally, I think he got overwhelmed. And Tank been around a long time. Had a lot of fights, but I think he's got overwhelmed. I think he got overwhelmed with the fight, the way the fight was going, and he kind of had like a little small panic attack. That's my opinion.
Yeah. Obviously, a lot was made about him taking the knee in round 9.
Yeah, I think that he got overwhelmed for a little bit, But I think that with right preparation, he always prepared real good. So I just think that he just got to once get back to the drawing board and go back to doing what he's doing, and let his number one trainer step in. He'll be all right. I don't think he have a problem next time. I think Tank can win the next fight.
And so at 135 pounds, do you feel like there's anybody stylistically that can beat Tank?
Nah, I don't think nobody can beat Tank. I mean, of course, Shakur Stevenson, he's one of the best. He's one of the best ones out there. That'd be a great fight too. He's another kid I would love to work with. We fight similar, man Stevenson. But again, I'm a fan for both guys. I'm a fan for both fighters. I like them both. I think it'd be a great showdown if they both fight. I would sit down with now and I would just watch the fight. You know what I mean? But again, I like both fighters. I would love to work with both of them one day, and I think they both are real good.
I would figure that you would be a guy who would be a fan of what Shakur does, because it is very reminiscent of what you do, more of a tactical technician.
Yes. Well, his style, our style is the same. It's funny you say that because just before when he was in the Olympics, he was getting ready to go to the Olympics. I worked with his uncle.
Yeah.
I'm a correction officer.
Right.
I worked with his uncle, and he was telling me before his great success, his uncle was telling me his nephew was getting ready to go to the Olympics, and he was asking me things what I tell his nephew. And years later down the road, I look at him, he's one of the best pound for pound best fighters in the world right now.
Yeah. Now you fought in a few different weight divisions. Going back to your own career, was there a fight that you really wanted to see happen? A name you wanted on your resume that just didn't happen?
Well, boxing, right? Not necessarily. I really wanted to fight Corey Spinks. but again, I'm going way back now. He was one of the
Right.
ones I wanted to fight because
Right.
that was similar. But I lost to Secure Pal, who I let get me out my game plan. And I was winning the fight. He caught me. He got me on my game plan. I was beating him at his fight, and he caught me. And it's boxing, and that was that. But that was really my only thing. One of my major things was to fight Corey Spinks. But I wasn't really chasing
And what do you think
nobody,
about? Yeah, you weren't. Yeah. And now, what about like this involvement with Saudi Arabia now? Obviously, we're seeing them become big players in the boxing world right now. Man, they're setting up big cards, they're getting fighters, big paydays. But I do see a lot of people on social media concerned and naturally protective of the sport, and really not liking. Some people are not liking Saudi Arabia honing in on the boxing so much. Well, where do you stand?
That's opinion. Where I stand, I'm fine with it, man. I don't have no problem. Like I'm not in the game. I'm not to the game to the extent. I don't have no fighter that's in that range. I train kids. I got a couple young kids that I train, but I don't train. Like I'm not in a game like that. I have professional fighters and like that. It's boxing entertainment. Boxing, if you can make a good fight, that's all that really matters. For me, it don't matter who's putting the show on. I'm not biased to anybody. Right now, they got it. Right now, overseas, they the top dogs. They got the money. They got the sources. They got everything. So that's who putting the fights on. We had it for a while. We had it for a long time. We gave it up. Now they got it now. So they can put on good fights, and they put on good fights. So I can't be mad at nothing like that, man. They put good fights on.
Is there somebody right now in the sport that stands out to you as the face of boxing right now? I know all these guys take to social media and they all want to be identified as the face of boxing.
I would say the three top guys. I think you got Haney, you got and the young boys, and what makes it so good is that the little guys. You got Tank, you got Haney, and you got Stevenson. They're the top three dogs in the game right now, in my opinion.
Yeah,
in my opinion, the top three dogs. And the young boys and. They came from good backgrounds, and they came from the amateurs under Floyd, and watching Floyd see how he do it, and he let them loose, and they all doing their thing. I'm proud of all three guys are very, very great, man. Again, like I said, I would love to work with them. I would love to work with them. I would love. That'd be a big dream for me to work with either one of them. But
and now, as a guy who fought at multiple weight classes yourself, where do you rate the chances of a Bud Crawford coming from where he is all the way up to potentially fighting Canelo at 168?
I think Bud gonna do good. I didn't put Bud in that group with them guys because Bud is different. Bud stands out. Bud stands by himself. Bud, he's in a show kids for himself. You can't compare him to nobody. Bud is Bud.
Right.
So if you say the best right now is Bud. But I didn't compare him to the little guys because Bud is on his own. But Bud don't got a long time left. So he's trying to like lock it in and close the deal on his career. And I think fighting a great fight like this will close the deal on him. It's gonna be a great fight for him and Canelo. So I'm definitely gonna look forward to seeing that.
Is it a fight that you think though that he's biting off more than he can chew, or is it a fight that that if someone can do it, he can do it?
No, man, that boy from the hood, man. That boy fighting all his life, man. Come on, man. That boy from the hood, man. That boy been fighting all his life, man. He didn't go up in all kind of fights, man. He done fought tougher guys than Canelo, just on the street himself.
Yeah,
so,
you're right. You're right. Yeah.
Bud ain't sweating that, man. Anybody making a big deal. Bud fought tough guys in Nebraska than Canelo. Bud ain't sweating that, man. That boy from the hood, man. He ain't worried about that, man.
And so for you now, is there a part of the sport? Like when you were competing, that you really missed the most?
No, I mean, I do in some aspects, but my time is now. My call was then. My calling now is what it is now. So I am what I am now. I would love to work one of them type of fighters one day. But right now it is what it is. So no, I'm fine. I'm fine with everything. I'm very very
Now, I
fine with
think I was
everything.
asking you before, like when you popped in here, I was asking you to elaborate a little bit on who some of your idols were in boxing.
I took Pernell Whitaker, Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson, all the old time fighters. All the Floyd. I love watching Floyd. I like watching David Reed.
Yeah.
All my Olympic Tarver, all them guys, all my good fighters. I used to love Chris Bird.
Oh
Chris
yeah.
Bird. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah. I've had him on a couple times. Great guy.
yeah. I got a
Very
couple good
small for
fighters.
a very small for a heavyweight, which makes it even more impressive as to what he did.
What he did, yes, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
He was in there with some monstrous guys.
A lot of guys.
And so, it's a couple weeks ago, there was a story going around, and I think this has been killed now. I think they're not going to go forward with this, but the WBA was flirting with the idea of possibly returning to 15-round fights.
I'm sorry, you said the WBA what?
The WBA a couple weeks ago was flirting with the idea of returning to 15-round fights. I don't think they're going to do it, but where do you stand on that?
It'd be good. I mean,
Yeah?
it'd be good. It's good for boxing. It's only 3 rounds if you think about it.
Yeah.
Only 9 extra minutes. It's good for boxing. You gotta accept changes, man. Changes come every day. So it's changes. So take it in. Them guys, good, great. Listen, you're a great fighter. You're a great fighter. When you can fight, you can fight. It don't matter if they give you 4 more rounds. You do your job. You can fight. That's all that really matters. It don't matter. You can fight. You can fight, man. So, I think the young guys, man, they can adapt to it. There's some good fighters out there, man. Young boys can fight now. So I think they can adapt. They'll be able to adapt to it.
Now let me ask you this.
There's a lot of good talent out there.
Let me ask you this now. Where do you stand on these Jake Paul events? Are you a fan of these type of events?
Yeah, I wish I could fight one.
I mean, so you do believe they're good for the sport, though? They do bring eyes to the sport.
I think they fine. Yeah, they fine, man. I don't. It's entertaining, man. It's entertainment, man. I'll fight if they offer me something. I'll fight one of them.
Now, do you look at Jake Paul as a boxer now? Like, has he done enough as a guy that competed yourself? Do you look at him and say, "Now there's a boxer"?
Nah, he's entertainment. He's entertainment.
Yeah,
that's what he is.
Yeah.
But I know he want to be proven as a boxer. I know he beat a couple guys, but I mean, I know he beat Big Mike. He beat a couple guys, so I guess I couldn't see him as a boxer right now. I couldn't see him as a boxer.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. That killed me, man. Seeing him beat Mike Tyson, man.
It was entertainment, man. When he beat Mike,
it was, I guess, yeah.
It was entertainment, man. He's an entertainer. So he's not a boxer. He's an entertainer. And I give him kudos. I don't knock him for what he's doing. I don't hate on what he's doing. I think he's great what he's doing, and he's getting money doing it. So, hey man, I don't knock it. I'll fight him. Fight me. I'll fight him.
Now, where did you think you did your best work? You know what I mean? Because you fought at super lightweight, welterweight, junior middle. Where did you think you did your best fighting?
I fought my best fights at 140.
Yeah.
I fought at 140. Yeah. I fought my fights at 140. Good fights, this and that. I was decorated. I had a great career, man. I had a lot of fun boxing, man. I met a lot of people. I accomplished a lot. I always won a world title. I didn't get one. I mean, but that was life. That's what the hand calls. And I won regional titles and all that, but I never won a world title. But again, it is what it is. I met a lot of good people. I met a lot of people in the game, and I was that with it. I don't I'm fine with my choices and decisions I made in life. I'm fine.
Who do you feel like gave Terrence Heat Coughthen his toughest fight out of all the guys on your resume?
I fought a guy by the name of Patrick Thorne. I was like 7-0, 8-0 at the time. Oh my God, he probably the toughest guy I ever fought in my life. He was so strong. Oh my God, he's out of Kronk, out of Detroit. He trained at Kronk. And he's from Detroit, named Patrick Thorne. Oh my God, he was the hardest hitting guy I ever had in my life. He gave me 2 black eyes. I won the fight.
It's funny because you got bigger names on your resume, but I find when I ask that question to boxers, sometimes it's not the biggest names that give them their toughest fights.
Nah, that's how it be. He was tough, man. Oh my God, he was 15-2 with 15 knockouts.
Wow.
He was so strong, man. I fought him in Charlotte, Cherokee, North Carolina. This was before that. Cherokee, North Carolina. That's where I fought him at.
And now I would consider you, as I said earlier, a very technical, tactical boxer. But what do you say to people who, like, sometimes, and it irritates me too, where you'll hear boxing fans like say that, somebody like a Shakur Stevenson, he doesn't have a crowd-friendly style. It's boring to watch him fight.
I love watching him fight.
Me too.
I love watching all them young boys fight, man. They see he's sharp, he's slick. He reminds me of me, Like as I say, I would love to work with him. He's sharp, he's fast, he's very elusive. I think, if I compare him to me, I think his head movement was a little more than mine. I was faster than him. He wasn't fast as me when I was his size. I might have had better feet movement, but his head movement probably was better than mine. But all around, we had similar styles together. Our styles were very similar. But he's a great fighter, man, and they doing a great job with him. So,
but to knock that kind of style really is foolish for boxing fans, though, because, and Floyd said it best, man. It really is, at its core, the art of hitting and not getting hit. You know what I mean? You don't have to be in there. You don't have to be in there for the fans absorbing a lot of punishment.
That's the goal. That's the goal. To hit and not get hit. That's the goal. That's the goal. No, absolutely.
And so, what has life after boxing been like for you? You mentioned working as a CEO, but you're also doing training.
I train kids. I got a couple kids I train. One of my young kids I train named Victor Bedrock. We call him Bedrock. He's one of the kids that I train. I got a few little young guys that I train. Victor Bedrock Horn. That's what we call. That's his name. Young kid. He's 11 years old.
Are these kids that have aspirations on doing it professionally?
That's the goal, but right now, professional not something they look for right now. The Olympics. That's my goal for them. That's what we're shooting for. Make the Olympic team, be one of the best handlers. Professional down the road from now. That's too far fetched right now. So we just focus on the matter at hand now. Making the U.S. team, win the Junior Olympics. Take them as I came up. When I was fighting, I didn't think I was gonna have a professional career. I was thinking making the Olympic team. That's all my goal was, to make the Olympic team. That was it for me. I would think
which you did and won a bronze medal. So
that was. Yeah. I wish I won a gold medal, but that was the goal. That was my goal. To make the Olympic team, and then do best after that. That was my goal.
Is there anything in your career, in your professional career, that outshines or overshadows that Olympic medal?
No, I would say no, not. Nah, because the history of making it and everything I had to go through to get it was very emotional for me. So I'm gonna say no, because
I agree, and I think it's probably, I don't want to say easier, but there's so many belts, it's like there's so many belts floating around in boxing. It's probably harder to get. It's probably harder to get an Olympic medal than it is a world title.
No, it was extremely hard. Yeah, it was hard. And you're young, man. You fresh out the hood. You don't have nothing.
Right.
You trying to make a way, man. And you trying to survive, stay out of trouble. And sometimes you got to get in trouble. You got to sometimes when you got to do right. It's tough sometimes doing right when when you got a lot of different things against you, trying to make do. Eat and this and that, so it was tough. And I had a baby. I had my first daughter. I was 16 when I had my first daughter.
Yeah.
So I was traveling and I had my first daughter, 17. I got a 1-year-old at the age 17. So
that's a lot.
So it was a lot making that Olympic team. The history and the emotional. It was a lot making that team. So I'm going to say that nothing outdo that, and I'm glad because it made me who I am today.
And now, how did you know you had when do you find out that you have the mental toughness for boxing? I believe the physical part, a lot of it can be learned, a lot of it can be taught or whatever, but the mental side of it really seems to be the part that fascinates me.
Just being away from home, being away from home, I think I knew I had the mental toughness. Just being away from home, your family, my kids. I told you I had a daughter.
Yeah.
My daughter, matter of fact, I had two. When I made the Olympic team, I had two daughters then. I had two daughters at the age of 19.
Even at a young age, though, like when did you know that you mentally were like, you know, had that
World
tenacity
class.
to be a fighter?
When I knew I was a caliber fighter, when I knew that I was, that team, when she made the team, just being away, all them guys being away with your brothers for years and years, and being away with them. So I think when I made the team, just being away, traveling, and just being away, I think it took a lot. That's tough being with your family.
Mine too. I'm gonna grab mine one.
And like, were you somebody that was getting into a lot of fights as a kid?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. I'm sorry. Say it again.
I said, were you getting into a lot of fights as a kid?
No, I haven't. No, that's funny. I know. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I was not no big. No, I didn't. I didn't get into a lot of fights. I was very active, sports, boxing. You know.
Yeah.
Not just boxing, all kinds of sports. So it wasn't something. I was very active. So, nah, I didn't get into a lot of fights. I just, I wanted something. You know, I wanted something. I wanted to be better. I wanted to be better. So that was my thing. I wanted to be better. I wanted something. I wanted more than what I got then. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So. And was it hard for you to walk away from the sport?
No, because I'm not really away from the sport. So I mean, the fighting aspects of it.
Yeah, right. The fighting, the actual.
Yeah, it was tough. Yeah. Now I had dreams and stuff. I think about some things what I should have had did and this and that. But you know, it's the name of the game, man. Name of the game. You know, time to pass the torch over to somebody else and move on.
And now, how did you know that? I lost your camera. How did you know that your time was up, though, man? Did you just feel it physically?
Just no, not physically. Just by different things occur in the fight. Like I know it wouldn't happen then. I just knew, it was time then. It was time then, and time for me to pursue something else. And that's when, I took the test. For the police, Trenton, all kind of stuff. And the Department of Correction called me first. I got the job, and I moved on. Trenton Police called me after that, but it was too late. I already was a correction officer, and I was there. And and I just I focused on that, and that was that. I moved on, and that's where I'm at today.
Listen, bro. I really appreciate you, man. I know you're out on the road right now.
Man,
you're doing stuff.
I want to thank you for the interview, man.
Thank
you, man. I told you I was gonna get it done for you, man.
I appreciate you, man.
And I'm glad I got done. And I can help you anytime, man. You call me, man. You call me.
I will, man. I will. Yeah, I got your number, man. So stay in touch. We'll definitely do this again, my friend.
Definitely. Let me know how they made out.
I will. Good talking to you.
Let the world know where I buy my cars from. Grace Auto.
Yeah. Now everybody knows. If they want to find Terrence Heat CAUTHEN, this is where he gets his car fixed.
I buy my cars. I buy all my cars, my foreign cars from Grace Auto. Let everybody know they sell the best cars. All right.
You're a loyal customer. It's all about loyalty, champ. It's all about loyalty.
That's right. Definitely.
I appreciate you, man. We'll do this again for sure.
Definitely, man. Take care.
Yeah. Good talking to you. Later, brother.
Bye.
There he goes, folks. Terrence Heat CAUTHEN, 36-8, 9 knockouts, man. Competed at super lightweight, welterweight, junior middle, and most importantly, represented our great country in the 1996 Summer Olympics, where he won a bronze medal. And he is right when he gives that answer. Nothing in his professional career should have overshadowed that, even if he had gone on to capture a world title. I don't know that supersedes winning an Olympic medal, whether it be gold, silver, or bronze, because, forgive me if in the interview I used easier to attain a world title. I by no means meant to say that it is easy to become a world champion in boxing. I'm just saying that because there are so many weight divisions and so many belts in alphabet organizations, I think the probability is probably more in your favor than going to the Olympics against other nations and competing for just 3 medals. There's only gold, silver, and bronze, and everything else is just a pat on the back and a consolation prize and a see you in 4 years. But by no means that I want to insinuate that winning a world title in professional boxing is easy. My point was just that, I wanted him to know that what he accomplished is extremely prestigious. And I think people should see it as prestigious, going there and competing. And when you're in the Olympics, everybody is young. They're not jaded. Everybody's full of piss and vinegar. You know what I mean? They're there to compete. Everybody is very proud to be representing their country. They're not jaded by the business side of things and contracts and promoters and money issues and all that stuff. At that level, the sport is still kept very pure. And guys are competing really, truly for the love and the passion of the sport and for their country. So big shout out to Terrence Heat CAUTHEN for coming on here, man, and for joining me while he's there getting his car checked out at the auto shop. So hey, we take him any way we can get him here on Off the Couch Boxing, man. If they're on the road, if they're in their car, if they're in another country, if they're time zones away, if they're oceans away, wherever they are, man, we run them down, we track them down. And today we tracked down Terrence CAUTHEN, man, and we got to chop it up with Heat for a little while, man. So big thanks to him, man. And as I was going to say in my promotional mode, when I had the promotional hat on before Heat came in here, man, again, make sure to like and follow Off the Couch Boxing on Facebook. Stay tapped in for updates on new episodes, when they're dropping, who's going to be on them, and any other pertinent boxing news, upcoming fights, fight results, predictions, analysis, breakdowns, viral videos, weigh-ins, press conferences, anything that's popping in the boxing world, I will share it with you guys on the Off the Couch Boxing Facebook page. And of course, if you're on here right now, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. This is, of course, the undisputed, undefeated heavyweight champion of boxing podcasts, bar none. So let me remind you in closing that if you too want to be a champion, you can do it. Just stay tapped in to Off the Couch Boxing and continue to roll with the champs. Peace.